And you can never please. If she's in a house with 16 bathrooms, the next one she's thinking about has got to have 23 bathrooms. He looks so unhappy, so drained, and as if the world is coming to an end. And yet the actual monarchy is of no importance to them. So it's very hypocritical.
You will not believe what just happened in the royal world. Way bigger than Netflix or fancy dresses. Angela Levin went live on TV and spilled a secret so huge it shook everyone from Buckingham Palace to Montecito, and people can't stop talking about it.
It's the latest on the Sussex psychodrama with esteemed royal biographer. She's written the books on Prince Harry and the Queen.
She looked at the camera with her calm smile and said what everyone suspected, and what she revealed could totally ruin everything Harry and Meghan built around their kids. And everyone is buzzing about it.
So what has been going on? So start me at the beginning. Where should we go to first? Who should we start?
Well, we can talk about the change.
And you won't believe what happened. Angela Levin went straight for the truth and asked the question nobody else dared, cutting through all the Sussex PR spin, and everyone was stunned.
She's done it again, with Prince Harry in deep doo-doo.
Why have Harry and Meghan never followed royal birth rules? It's shocking. Because for centuries, every royal birth had the same steps with hospital photos, official notes, and witnesses, and clear timelines, and Meghan just ignored it all.
Harry's honouring veterans above everything else this week, but although Harry and Meghan paid tribute to Navy SEALs in San Diego...
The births should have clear proof because the monarchy needs to know the bloodline is real, but instead, we got blurry photos. Babies appearing and disappearing, and changing birthplaces.
I think she's brought up the worst in him, and I think it's appalling that his behavior has been so bad.
The timelines kept changing, and there was total silence. Angela said every royal birth was always documented, but now that vanished, and the question why made everyone silent.
That it's actually not a very good idea. It's a look before you leap situation, isn't
I
it?
think very much so. But
Viewers across Britain were holding their breath while social media went wild. Hashtags trended, clips spread fast, and millions started asking the questions they had wondered about for years, digging into photos and timelines and pointing out all the inconsistencies.
Talk about David Beckham and a reinvention, Angela, of David Beckham within the royal family. Now,
Angela gave everyone permission to stop pretending and start questioning why royal birth rules were ignored. And suddenly people wondered why nobody answered, because the missing steps were obvious.
Lots of rumours around that Harry and Meghan they're in the midst of a trial separation. Have you heard that?
There are rules to protect the monarchy, and normally when labor starts, the palace sends official messages. Doctors sign bulletins with all details, and senior staff make sure everything is fully verified.
I think that you can't actually continue to do that without any gratitude. There was no gratitude.
This proves the birth happened for real, and then comes the public part. Every royal mother before Meghan appeared on the hospital steps soon after. Not for photos, but as proof of life and legitimacy, and instead, we got total silence.
It's breathtaking, her arrogance and her rudeness and her taking everything for granted.
Vague statements replaced real medical records, secret locations instead of open processes, and instead of the important hospital steps, we got magazine-style photos that looked more like celebrity reveals, with baby bumps changing and clothes hiding the truth.
The Netflix deal, has the halo slipped for the royal couple in Hollywood?
Yes, I think it absolutely has.
Camera angles and photos hid details. Announcements were late locations changed, and staff stayed quiet, making it really fascinating.
She said she forgot, but the emails say otherwise. Angela Levin just dropped a thunderbolt on Meghan Markle's credibility.
They demanded royal transparency, but kept their own kids secret. And Harry's reaction to Angela's bombshell was priceless.
hold on to your seats. Royal biographer Angela Levin has just made a shocking announcement that could shake the...
Did he stay calm like the royal everyone once respected? Absolutely not. Harry completely lost it within hours of Angela's broadcast. It was full panic mode, and instead of handling it like anyone innocent would, he did what he always does when cornered. He called his advisors.
It was absolutely fascinating this morning. Prince Philip has been named in a secret FBI document.
Before Angela even got home, Harry was already sending cease and desist letters with threats and claims, all aimed at one elderly royal who just asked a simple question, and this shows everything, because if you are innocent, don't call officials right away.
With the American hero footballer.
Oh, the Pat Tillman Award, yes. So last...
You show proof to clear your name, not threats. Harry could have ended this by sharing records or certificates or witness statements, but instead, we got threats and conflict, and the message to everyone was crystal clear.
Solo thing that's going to be photographed and filmed for Netflix. This is Harry's one.
Harry cared more about silencing questions than answering them, and Meghan, who had always been his protector, stayed completely quiet while he freaked out, sending threats and looking guilty, and she let him take every hit.
Yes, I think very much so, but unfortunately that's not
the royal family for the 2027 Invictus Game.
He absorbed all the criticism and dug himself deeper while she watched from a safe distance. Their partnership looked like a sinking ship. And the worst part was every threat made people more sure he was hiding something massive. Now we have to see why Harry reacted so extreme.
Do you actually have any sympathy for Mrs. Markle whatsoever? Do you think actually what's happening here is a media witch hunt?
Once you see the stakes, Harry's panic makes sense. It's not about headlines. It's about the one thing that could ruin everything, because the monarchy works on one main principle.
It's interesting that Meghan is working on doing a preview, really.
Bloodline legitimacy is everything for the monarchy. For centuries, the crown survived because every heir was documented, verified, and accepted, and Angela's questions were not just about missing baby photos.
I think you can just ask Angela, is it as simple as that?
No, it doesn't mean that. Anyone who thinks that's right is...
She revealed something serious experts wonder if Archie and Lilith can keep their royal claims if their births can't be verified.
I would like to do, on the basis of what you said, is Harry has made a big plea that he's desperate to go.
To be in line for the throne, you must be a proven child. And this matters because Harry and Meghan's deals depend on that royal link.
Believe Harry and Meghan. We've got an unknown, unnamed person saying also.
All their deals exist because they are seen as legitimate royals. But if people question whether their kids are really royal, their whole brand collapses and suddenly they are just celebrities. And that's why Harry panicked. He was fighting for his entire identity, not just privacy.
The 6th wedding anniversary of the Sussexes. What's your appraisal of their marriage 6?
Their royal empire would fall if the crown says the kids aren't really royal. While Harry panicked, Angela quietly pulled a brilliant, devastating move.
Harry, he's back for a short while.
It's been awful.
Yeah.
I think he's been rude to his father.
Just when it seemed the story might die, Angela calmly went on TV and dropped a bombshell. She mentioned the exact name of the firm handling Harry's secret campaign. Not guesses, real names everyone could check, and the shockwaves hit every newsroom in Britain.
Teresa in Kent, last call on this. What do you think?
She definitely hasn't got a pillar up her.
Social media went crazy. People dug into the firm Angela named, and her move was smart because she shared insider info without breaking laws.
And Harry chose to skip the event due to personal reasons, such as Archie's birthday and health concerns.
Angela set a perfect trap for Harry if he wanted to deny her. He would have to admit the secret work existed. The more he fought, the deeper he sank, and experts started pointing out the obvious trap was in.
There was one day in this epic tour that was specifically Meghan's day for women's education.
Any attempt to dispute Angela could force private documents public. Meanwhile, Buckingham Palace stayed completely silent. No statements, no protection, no support. Harry was on his own. Even usual palace insiders stayed quiet.
Harry has finally broken his silence, as you do, on primetime American television.
When the palace finally spoke, it was ice cold. One source said watching Harry demand transparency for years while keeping secrets himself was so ironic, and even his own supporters started backing away quietly, leaving his circle of protection dissolving in real time.
Angela Levin drops royal bombshell about secret tapes of Meghan that will leave you speechless. Angela Levin has never...
Angela pulled off something amazing. She made a situation where Harry couldn't win. And then the story started changing in ways he couldn't control. And the more he tried to manage it, the worse it got. And sources said he was working hard behind the scenes, trying to fix what he saw as a crisis.
Is there anything Harry can do to build bridges?
Well, actually, I'll be honest with this, and that is to ditch.
Harry was spending a lot of time trying to figure out how Angela got her info, calling his team and holding long strategy meetings. But the problem was, the conversation had shifted. People were now looking at his whole approach, not just whether her claims were true.
It's as though about making boys less toxic.
Global boyhood.
Well, yes, I've got it. Global Boyhood Initiative.
That kind of scrutiny was tough for someone whose credibility relied on looking calm and principled. Media started covering Harry differently. Entertainment shows included his response with commentary questioning if his strategy worked, and social media shifted from supporting Angela to analyzing if Harry's reaction was fair.
Someone says yes, and someone loves him for himself because she didn't know very much about the royal family.
Meanwhile, Meghan focused on working with their communications team, worrying that Harry's handling of the controversy could hurt their projects and partnerships. And it was tricky because it affected the public image they spent years building as people treated unfairly by powerful institutions.
Those two. Do you think that they look happy together? I mean,
they never look happy together, actually, more than a minute. I mean, on this...
But Harry's response to Angela's questions made it look like he was avoiding transparency, not demanding it. And this worried people in their industry who were watching and thinking about future collaborations, and supporters who once defended him started staying neutral.
One of the people who knocks us on the head now and then is Harry. He got the green light to appeal.
Instead of defending himself, people stayed quiet, sending a message that Harry's handling was questioned, and it was no longer a small PR problem. It became about whether he could be trusted, and then he made it worse by doubling down, telling advisors to prepare a huge reputation challenge, not just against Angela Levin.
I think she can't see herself. And also she pushes Harry out the way. Or she pulls him if she wants to.
Every major media outlet was covering Angela. So this wasn't defense anymore. It was full conflict. Advisors tried to warn him that formal action would force all private documents into the open, but Harry didn't listen, and warning letters went out to newsrooms in Britain and America.
Of course, Meghan is also very keen on suing anyone who breaks into her privacy. And
promises of serious consequences for anyone discussing Angela made the media react fast. Journalists criticized Harry's approach. Experts said threats were the worst way to stop questions. And Parliament even started asking about reviewing royal titles. Everyone knew what this meant.
It is cunning. And I think he's going to all these friends of his who he was...
Officials were thinking about whether Archie and Lilith could lose royal status if questions about their births came up, and Harry had turned a media controversy into a potential government issue. Then Buckingham Palace quietly made it clear they wouldn't support his campaign, leaving him completely alone after years of criticizing the royals while expecting their protection.
They have done is learnt this is what Harry does now. He doesn't just attack them once, he just goes on and on.
The palace withdrawing support must have hurt Harry deeply, because by trying to stop the conversation with formal pressure, he made everything worse, more public and more serious than anyone expected. And just when people thought the royal controversy had peaked, Angela Levin went on TV one last time, looked straight at the camera with her calm, composed expression, and said words that sent shockwaves through Montecito. And this is only the beginning. Think about how fast this situation changed. Harry started as the protective father everyone admired, but Angela's careful look at missing protocols slowly turned him into a warning of what happens when trying to control a story makes you look weaker. And the contrast is striking. While Harry stumbled from one problem to the next, Angela thrived. Her professional profile grew and her influence expanded. Her commentary became highly sought after. She built her reputation on questions Harry couldn't answer, while he became more isolated with the royal family stepping back, former defenders staying silent, and even his partnership with Meghan looking more independent. Someone who once had sympathy now faced doubt and criticism, and Angela's final statement was especially significant. Sources say Angela might have even more information, and she is timing each revelation carefully. If she really has the documents, Harry tried to hide everything so far could be just the start, because if she shows proof, it could affect his children's royal status and their place in the line of succession. This is serious constitutional territory. So now the big questions are, will Angela reveal more, and can Harry and Meghan fix these credibility issues? And what do you think her next move will be? And if you found this story as fascinating as I did, make sure to follow, because clearly more chapters are coming. If you like this video, subscribe to The Taylor Tells All.